Doug Buchanan is asking us, is it appropriate to wear a kilt to a funeral? He feels it's fairly obvious that you wouldn't wear a Prince Charlie, and you wouldn't necessarily wear a dress sporn, but would a darker tweed and a hunting sporn or an argyle be appropriate for an occasion like that?
Yeah. I've worn kilts to funerals multiple times. An argyle is fine. A Prince Charlie is more formal. You're right. I wouldn't wear a PC to a funeral, but a tweed jacket and vest. Basically, anything that is suit equivalent would be fine for a funeral. I'd even almost, well, if you're wearing a tweed, you could wear a day sporn, hunting sporn, a dress sporn, depending on how like loud it is. If you have like a contemporary, bright yellow rabbit dress sporn, then
you should
really
get help.
You should burn it, but that's aside. But aside from that, it's even a dress sporn with a tweed would still be kind of
Some dress sporns,
fine.
I think you can. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We like to put all this stuff into categories, but there really is kind of a spectrum aspect to it, where there's a sedate dress sporn, and then there's a really in-your-face dress sporn. But your instinct is correct. Basically, you want to keep it more subdued. A Prince Charlie is after 6. That is formal wear. That is basically black tie to white tie. Whereas an argyle jacket is black tie to suit level. So you could wear an argyle jacket if you wanted to keep it black, dark,
somber.
Somber. In a more general sense, you can gauge your audience. If you're the only person there in a kilt, then it may be that they would love to see more bling because they feel it is more romantic, or it could depend on the context in which you knew the person who is deceased. It's we've had some people who say, I'm going to my grandmother's funeral and I'm the only one who represents our Irish heritage and she was really into this. Should I do this or should I not? And it's like, yeah, well, think about what would please the person who's passed on is how I like to think of it. But as a safeguard, keep it toned down. A tweed is fine. Hunting sporns are fantastic for so many occasions, so that's a really good call too.
I'd actually twist what you said kind of on its head a little bit. Funerals are for the living; they're not for the dead. Funerals are for supporting the family and the family of the people or the person who's died. So it's a mixture of honoring their memory, but really being there for the family. So if the family knows that the deceased loved kilts, loves Scottish culture, loves Irish culture, whatever, and or had kilts themselves, then that would be a great way and a comforting way to honor the memory, as well as kind of ingratiate yourself to the family a bit.
Well, let me put it this way then. I would say that it depends on your, and I may have said this before in the past when this has come up. It depends on the level of connection you have to the family and to the deceased. If you were very, very close, then the people in the family who know you very well, like if it was your parent or something, they're going to understand your personality and they're going to be interested in seeing you express yourself, and they'll be more accepting of it. If you were a friend or a cousin or something removed, then obviously you want to be more conservative because there's going to be more of a mixed crowd at the occasion and you're not as emotionally close to them, so you want to be more cautious.
Especially if you don't know the family,
exactly.
You just knew the deceased.
Exactly. Like I said, if you're a friend.
Yeah.
But I'd say your instincts are correct.
Yep. I agree.